starting. How are you guys doing, huh? How you doing? Here. Let me bump up the microphone just a little bit. Okay. Okay, awesome. How's everybody doing tonight? You ready to have some fun? Make some more AI music? Yeah, I hope so. This is gonna be awesome, guys. We're gonna have a great time. So, on our Docker tonight, I think we are just about ready to start listing this on Spotify and seeing how it does. One thing I do want to try out first is I used some gibberish text in parts, but we're gonna fix that right now. Clan Blackfin. Clan Blackfin. And we're gonna do this in phases. Okay, that's one. Good. We're gonna do this in phases for a very good reason, and it is because you cannot create personas whose names are too similar to real, human artists. And where? Koa Makai. I went ahead and named these characters during our last. Oh, perfect. And then Nyx Celine. Can that one? Okay, that's good. Okay. So, for anyone wondering what just happened, I used, and I didn't film this process because it was pretty simple. I used this Suno song that we made, Pod Eternal, to create a persona of these two characters, who I called Clan Blackfin, or more specifically, just their vocalists. I don't, there were other people on the band, but we only need the persona of the vocalists. So when I create more songs using this persona, it's gonna use the same voice or voices in our case, or at least that's the hope. I don't actually know if Suno will interpret the dual persona correctly. I didn't see any setting to do it, and this is what I figured was the best move. Now, let's go ahead and create a song with this persona. Oh, that's awkward. Does it still show like on our library? But why? It has our cool name, Clan Blackfin, over there. So, why is it not updated yet? Whatever, we don't care. Let's go ahead to create an... In fact, why don't we... No, I'll deal with them later. I was thinking briefly about rebooting those songs using this new persona we've created. By the way, personas are a pro feature for users can't do this. So, yeah, sorry for users. Where is Sea Dragons called the pod? Oh, there's so many good choices. What about further back? In my blood, waterlogged. Moon Shadow is a really good one. I do also want to see about updating the profile photos. I kind of want to go back to my roots with this robot orca type of aesthetic. Made to kill, made to die. You know what? Let's do teeth like fire. And we're gonna do check out that picture I got. Freaking, do I hear Orca Exo Force? Okay. Perfect. Now, let's talk to our custom GPT, Songforge. Okay. I've written an orca rock song called Teeth Like Fire. Fire. I want to update to the new version. I'm pretty happy with the lyrics. Just seed it with the meta tags for our male and female singers. Also provide a style prompt using skillet as a reference style. Okay, perfect. And now we're gonna paste in the original lyrics. That's right. There was a couple of lyrics I wanted to change just a little bit. Born of the Waves. I know I want to get rid of this clause because back when I wrote these songs with ChatGPT 4.0, it started like every other song with born of or born in or something of that nature. And I didn't mind it at the time. It kind of bugs me now, though. And like 90% of this song is fine lyrics wise, but like that's definitely something I want to change. So why don't we do cutting through waves? That's much stronger imagery. So I like that. I like that. And then ooh, you know what I ought to do? By the way, this clause, you might notice, does not rhyme with the line before it. That's because originally it did, and I wanted it changed because that line was making Suno give me country music, and I forgot to change this line so that it still rhymed. So I'd really like to fix that. So I'm gonna say they're cold countless graves. Let's go. Alright. Good. Enter. I'm very curious what we're going to get tonight because I loved the original of this song, despite the slight imperfections in its lyrics. So I'm kind of excited for what we're gonna get tonight. Yeah, I think we're good to just go ahead and hit enter. Okay, good. Okay. Good. And do you want me to also create a cover art prompt for Teeth Like Fire that matches this? Okay. I like that it's asking for it. That has been on my list of things to do because I don't really think SongForge has I don't really think it needs all the infrastructure that we built it to just make cover photos. The thought process and the input-output guardrails and all that. I don't think it needs it. I think it would be smarter to cut down to the 2 core tasks of generating and revising. So, maybe I will have it include a image prompt, a cover photo prompt in this output. So then, if the person doesn't have any ideas, then they can just use that. And, if they do have ideas, then, hopefully they would have told the GPT in this message. and it would have like used that to make it better. Either way, I think it would make it more valuable, definitely. So, let's see now. We want to create a new song. Yeah, we're going to use that persona. Let's grab those lyrics. Oh, wait. These are the old ones. All right. And good. Now let's go ahead and put in that style prompt. Hard rock, alt metal. Perfect. Perfect, I say. Advanced. We don't need to work with that. And teeth like fire. Oh, before I forget, I am going to dial it back to the v4.5. Since we are on the beta version, or were, you know, the last couple of streams, I think that is what was causing us to have like the notes that were held crazy long for a lot of the earlier songs. I don't really mind it in Pod Eternal and Made to Kill, Made to Die. I think they were used very well there, and I would like to keep that. But, you know, I do want to see if V4.5 can give us something a little less samey sounding, just a little bit less. Just a little bit. Oh, look at that. It's using the persona's new name, Clan Blackfin. That's interesting. Alright. Let's go ahead and give these a listen. Huh. Okay.
Cutting through waves where the wild ones roam in shadow and
Yeah, I don't think that sounds like our original persona at all. Let's have a look at Teeth Like Fire, this one. Ooh. Nyx is opening with the kind of the choir notes. Okay. Okay.
cutting through waves where the wild ones roam in shadow and thunder. The sea is my throne. The world turns its gaze when the tide runs red. Balance is mine by tooth and by dread. Storm in my veins, the deep calls my name. No fear, no shame, I play the game with teeth like fire. I carry
Okay.
with teeth like fire. Echoes of ancestors crash with the waves. Their voices still haunt their cold, countless graves. The weight of the world in a predator's grace. No mercy for those who would tarnish this place. Storm in my veins, the deep calls my name. No fear, no shame. I'll play the game with teeth like fire. I carry the crown, the water's desire. I won't let it drown.
One thing I will say is I actually kind of like this cover picture that it gave us. I wonder if I might use it as inspiration, sort of, for the one that I'm eventually going to give it.
With teeth like fire, I carry the crown.
I gotta say though, the tempo is just a little bit too slow. I wonder if I can get something a little more fast tempo. Aggression. Good. And let's dial it back ever so slightly to V4. Did that?
With me.
Yeah, it didn't quite go out with a bang, quite the way that I hoped it would as well. So, I like that one. Just let's see if we can't get anything better. Tags too long? Oh, yeah, that makes a sense. Oh. I also didn't fix this matching cutting through waves. And we don't really need climactic here. It knows what part of the song this is. Yeah, we don't need climactic. That's interesting. No. What the? Yeah. Alright. Now, let's try this. Tag's still too long. Why? Is it just 'cause mean, this is a good thing to know. Perhaps I will instruct Songforge to go ahead and dial this back just a little bit. Female vocal. There. How's that? Still too long. Why? Why are you doing this to me? It is quite encouraging to know that, you know, at least V4.5 can handle the dual persona idea correctly. I really, really like seeing that. Now, in fact, let's just keep it to harmonies. There. Now, all the tags are literally one word, alright? Tags still do. What do you mean? What do you mean? You're just gaslighting at this point. Male, female, harmonies. Oh, I guess I did still. Duet. I'll just call it that. Oh. Duet. A little repetitive, but I'm sure it'll do something cool with it. Tag's still too... What do you mean? What do you mean? Actually, we have the harmonies going on for like the last 4 stanzas. Female, male, duet, harmonies. Oh. Okay, what about now? Tag's too long. Screw it. Screw it. We're just gonna stay on 4.5. In fact, we're gonna take this again with a full, with all the tags, and, yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that, guys. Oh. Well, it gave us very different cover pictures. So I think we're going to get something very different this time, which I'm pretty excited about. Let's give them a listen. Huh. It was interesting to hear it start off like really quiet with the opening, but
Cutting through waves where the wild ones roam.
But it's otherwise not really paying attention to the fast tempo I wanted. Whoa. attention.
Cutting through waves where the wild ones roam. In shadow and thunder, the sea is my throne. The world turns its gaze when the tide runs red. Balance is mine by tooth and by dread. Storm in my veins, the deep calls my name. No fear, no shame.
Okay.
I play the game.
Okay.
With teeth like fire, I carry the crown. The water's desire, I won't let it drown. With teeth like fire.
And now we know how to make 4.5 not hold the notes forever. It's just telling it fast tempo in the style description. It's good to know. It's good to know.
Echoes of ancestors crash with the waves. Their voices still haunt their cold, countless graves. The weight of the world in a predator's grace. No mercy for those who would tarnish this place. Storm in my veins, the deep calls my name. No fear, no shame. I play the game. With teeth like fire,
Alright.
I carry
Alright.
the crown. The water's desire, I won't let it drown. With teeth like fire.
This is cool. I like this.
To those who swam before, I hear you still. Through the tide and the storm, through power and will. No sorrow, no chains, no ghosts in my way. With every breath, a promise.
I like that little, what do you call it, a vibrato? Well, not exactly a vibrato, it's something different. It's like, when they hold the note, and then it, changes pitch. It doesn't quiver exactly, because that's what a vibrato is, but it's like, it changes note once or twice while the note is being held. I really like the placement of that. Okay. Okay, I think we found our keeper, folks. Alright. Let's cut out this one. Cut out this one. And let's go ahead and make our cover pictures for all of them. Yes. Can you please create an image in 9:16 aspect ratio and realistic style of a robot orca mech stepping through flames, weapons at the ready. It's covered in blue lights, weapons, and sleek plating. Yeah, yeah, I think that'll do. Just for a first pass. And while it's working on that, we're going to go to SongForge and make those little tweaks that we were talking about. Edit GPT. Now, I'm not actually sure if editing the GPT, like while the GPT is processing, is gonna break it. But if it does, oh well, we can start again. We don't care. First of all, posterized. That'd be an interesting style to create these in. We don't need the procedure for making cover images. Meta tag library, perfect. And the notes. Okay, good. So any ideas of what the cover photo should be? Style, realistic, posterized, minimalist, and anime, etc. Subject and background. Yeah, that'll work. And we're also going to add that to the guardrails, the input guardrails for that. So basically, this GPT is now going to ask the user to provide any ideas instead of just going ahead and doing a bad job. Whoa, dang. That's crazy. Awesome. Absolutely awesome, but crazy. Here. Photorealistic style. Armor plating in black and white. The mood of the photo is intense as the mech is in mid-step and the flames reach up to its face. Yeah, let's try that. Good to know it can do that like while we're still messing around with it. A title and a refined image prompt for the cover photo based on the user's input. It should start with create an image in 9:16 aspect ratio of ... And we're gonna do the exact same thing with the revising a title. Whoa, nope. No, 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 no. No. No! No, get out of here. There. And a refined prompt for the cover photo based on the user's input. Beautiful. Beautiful. You finished that picture yet, Songforge? Come on. Come on! Ooh. Okay. Okay. I like this, actually. This is pretty sick. Yes, I want to download this. And we're going to change its teeth like fires cover photo to here, song details. Replace image. Yep. All right. AI strikes again, folks. How cool is this? Let's, you know what? While we're doing this, let's go ahead and make the image, the cover photo for Pod Eternal. I've been thinking about it the last day or two, and I think I got a good idea. So, great. Now, let's make the cover image in now let's make the cover image for Pod Eternal. It should be in photorealistic style and 9:16 aspect ratio. Now, the subject is a robotic orca. regular body with fins this time. I don't want it to mix up with the cool, like, half orca mech that we did for Teeth Like Fire. Sinking deeper into the sea. It has a large hole blown in its side. With circuits torn metal plating and sparks spinning in the water. Can anything spark underwater? Well, it did in Subnautica, okay, so it can in real life. Everyone knows that you can believe anything that happens in Subnautica. Alright, the camera should be from above the orca, watching as it sinks. Yeah, let's do that. All right. This is pretty fast. Huh. Okay. I'm not actually sure what it's going to give us because I gave it a pretty bizarre prompt. I mean, it's one that I like, but yeah, I already don't much like the orientation. It doesn't feel like... Okay. Okay, well, it kind of works. It kind of works. Spin the orca around so the camera is mostly facing its underside as it sinks into the sea. Also, make the hole in its side even bigger. I don't know if you guys have seen Transformers 1, but I'm essentially envisioning like Optimus Prime in that one scene. There's like a hole just straight through him. Even bigger. Make its fin float alongside it, having been completely separated from the body. Add more sparks and wreckage. I know how to spell, guys. Alright. Now let's see what that does for us. It immediately changed the aspect ratio, so that's interesting, I suppose. Or wait, no, it didn't. Okay, well. That's a pretty sick cover photo. That's pretty sick. Let's go ahead and see what the chat's doing, just while we're talking. Have you played Subnautica? I have not personally. I've seen Gemini Tay do a playthrough of Subnautica. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with Gem. Fantastic content creator. She does all sorts of cool games, mostly Minecraft, but there are others. Subnautica, Phasmophobia, Among Us, stuff like that. She's a pretty awesome content creator. If you're in the market for like watching, let's play games on YouTube, definitely go check her out. So, okay, looks like we're certainly getting something. It definitely looks like it took some of my advice. There's more wreckage. There's a bit more destruction. I'm just gonna go ahead and use the first one. I'm not gonna fight it too hard on this. It was a cool idea, but I don't think chat was ready for it just yet. Song details. Okay. Awesome. And I think we're gonna call it for the night. Um, we're so close. We're 90% of the way there to having our little Spotify playlist, which I'm pretty excited about. Um, my goal is to have these first three songs on there: Teeth Like Fire, Pod Eternal, and Made to Kill, Made to Die. Um, on their, I don't know, tomorrow. Um, and kind of just see what we can, what we can do there as sort of a social experiment. I do believe you earn royalties on Spotify as well, so perhaps we can start making some money there. That would be very, very cool. Um, but yeah, in the meantime, before you subscribe, make sure you know what you're doing, because it ain't easy being at the top. I'll see you guys next time.